God is not a Trinity. I want to keep this simple and straight from the scriptures. No debates, just what Jesus said. John 17, 1-3. Jesus lifts his eyes and prays, Father, this is eternal life, that they may know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ whom you have sent. This is the true foundation that Jesus taught. Eternal life isn't a puzzle. It's knowing the Father as the only true God, and knowing Jesus as the one sent, the Messiah. In John 4:22-26, at the well, Jesus tells the Samaritan woman, You worship what you do not know. The hour is coming and is now when the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and truth. God is spirit. She says, I know that Messiah is coming, and Jesus says, I who speak to you am he. Notice the clarity. Worship the Father as the only true God in spirit and truth. Jesus is the Messiah, God's anointed, sent by the Father. These clear words of Jesus contradict the Trinity doctrine. Because when I read Jesus' words, I see a different emphasis. John 17:3 doesn't call the Father one person of a co-equal trio. It calls the Father the only true God. Jesus is the Christ, sent by God, not God himself. In John 14:6, Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. He is the truth, because he perfectly reveals the Father as the only true God. The way leads somewhere, and Jesus says the way leads to the truth about the Father and everlasting life. In John 8:32, Jesus testifies, You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Truth about what? About God, about who the Father is, and about who Jesus is. Knowing the Father through the Son, that's truth and freedom. What about the Spirit? In John 16:13, Jesus calls him the Spirit of truth who will guide you into all truth, and will not speak on his own, but whatever he hears from the Father, he will speak. And in John 15:26, Jesus declares, When the Helper comes, whom I will send to you from the Father, the Spirit of truth who proceeds from the Father, he will testify of me. The pattern is consistent. The Father is God, the Son is the Messiah. The Spirit is God's power that proceeds and testifies. Put the verses concerning God's truth together. The Father, the only true God. Jesus, the Messiah, the way to the Father, the truth revealing him. The Spirit of truth proceeding from the Father, guiding us to the truth Jesus taught. God is truth. Jesus is truth. The Spirit is the Spirit of truth. But Jesus' own testimony keeps the spotlight where he puts it. Worship the Father as the only true God, in spirit and truth, and know the Son whom he sent is the Messiah. The Trinity doctrine confuses and contradicts the true words of Jesus. True worshipers must choose what Jesus prayed, what he taught, and what sets us free to know the Father as the only true God, and Jesus the Messiah whom he sent. This is the true path to achieve eternal life. For a deeper look at this subject, check out the book, Jesus Testifies Against the Trinity Doctrine.